Both of these teams 1-1 here in Vegas. Oregon yesterday. And Baylor missing the second free throw, but the Bears, they beat Creighton.
Yesifou will shoot that, but he wants to be a driver. Scored a ton of points in high school.
You know Carl shoot it, but he raised the iron.
He's shooting 56%.
Dan Skillings Jr. turns the corner, left hand, got the bounce.
What a finish there. Skilling, Baylor switching everything and just getting it in bounds. So difficult.
In the corner, maybe that'll settle him down. The freshman Harrington with a guy, preseason freshman of the year in the Mountain West. But they return a ton, including Dixon Waters, three-pointer, and the foul.
% from three. Gotta have a better contest.
So he was great against Oregon, as you said, and Barr skips it across to Skillings. Into the shot clock. Ratai in the lane. Up with it. Short.
Good defense
for a full 40. Ratai. Everybody's putting up threes. There's a bump. That's going to go against mine. We'll see how they handle it this year as the season goes.
Well, if anyone can do it, you want a Valparaiso, Indiana native to be that guy.
Says the Valpo native Robbie Hummel. He's got 4 early. One-handed pass to the corner. 3 on the way, and the 3 is down for Jeremiah Odin.
Boy, they're going to need it with Guath in foul trouble. Compton is in line to get major minutes here in the first half.
Number 5 for the Aztecs, making his presence felt. It's been 4 minutes since Baylor had their last field goal. Skillings, kick out. 3 on the way. It is good by Williams. Out. Bird.
He didn't have to do that. That was an uncontrolled tip.
You're right. Whoa, going up with ill intent. Cameron Carr wanted a Vegas.
And other guys have done that dunk. Dwight White. Remember James White?
Robbie Hummel.
No.
Career at Southern Illinois. And he converts at the line. Here he's trying to defend a much bigger player in Yesifou. Wow. And Yesifou goes to work.
That's a play that feels...
Splits the defenders in the lane and give Williams 2 and give Baylor a...
But to have, this little depth, and they're dealing with some injuries, so that's a part of it. But just a very interesting look. When you're dealing with the varsity of conferences, whether it's the Big 12, the Big 10, the SEC.
There's no timeline on his return, but he was a 2-time Big South Defensive Player of the Year at High Point. Well, they do get a bucket here with Michael Ratai.
That back.
5 to shoot. Miles Bird.
So far, they're doing a good job on limiting Bird's opportunities.
Bailed out with 1 on the shot.
But you're going to get an easy basket if you just throw it ahead and let your teammate do the rest.
Cheer on your favorite college basketball teams. Taj DeGorville, the sophomore from here in Vegas. Vegas native. Williams has had a good start to this one. Couldn't get that to drop.
San Diego State's got some numbers here.
Now 4 on 2, they take advantage up top. 16 apiece. Foul away from the ball.
I think he stepped out of bounds, and that was the first to come back here. A little contention in the booth is always good.
Bird on the angle with the right. He had to go high off the window. He's a good one.
Carr, he's been quiet.
How about that bounce? Soft rims here at Michelob Ultra. 48 points in the 2 games coming into tonight. Simmons patient.
Using the jump stop. Let that defense fly by.
He's got it right now. Quick pass over to Agbim. Agbim to the bottom of the bucket.
Well, they need to get, it's going to be behind you. That's where he finds that open 3 for Agbim.
Into the lane, up and down for Newman. It's been fun so far.
It's not a game where the fast break points are really ratcheting up, but there is a lot of action end to end.
Yeah, it's got an intensity to it. Ratai penetrates and draws the block. That's going to go against TNT Sports coverage of the in and out. Whoops, picked up too quickly. Dixon Waters looked like he might have pushed off against Admin. No whip. Newman pushes tempo.
Good pass.
Is that a goaltend?
That was not going to go in either.
But it is. Wyoming did Admin, so he's familiar with the Aztecs. Late in the shot clock. Skillings from deep. Yes, and we are tied.
Skilling. Welcome to the new era of technology. We did not have that back in our day.
And now we
didn't yell at as much until the next day of film.
Good swap by Carr. Leak out. Nice move by Yesufu. Continues. Baylor has scored 7 straight. Harrington trying to stop it. Wow. He does.
Boy, that's one of those shots where you're like, yeah, that's a little bit early. You haven't moved the deep. Get all the way.
Now B.J. Davis operating. Pulling up over the taller defender and knocking it down.
He just turns that ball screen down. Yes, can win games like this. They beat high major opponents regularly.
Just got that off before the horn. Nice stick back inside.
But I also don't think I've seen a team get 26
That's
of them.
true. You need some help from your competitor. Davis. I'm going to say that went over.
Situation for Baylor this year, but they're going to make it work. Good back cut.
And the reverse from Yesufu.
Yesufu takes that back door.
He transfers to BYU, so it's a different adventure this year for the Bears.
VJ Edgecombe has been fabulous in the NBA. I mean, for Philly, he's been awesome. Yesufu sometimes handle it. Can you have a 5-man or essentially a pseudo 5-man? There's another back cut.
Carr. Bird. That stops a 6-0 run for Baylor.
One of their reps through Lewis.
Williams at the line hits the first. You had that on your bingo card on a Wednesday night in Vegas. Well, you just hit big.
This is the late night games. This is
Obi Agbim, the Colorado native, on the angle. Inside, Ratai spins and scores. Final second. Another one of those experienced guys for Brian Dutcher now. And he goes up a level to San Diego State as a senior. He's got 3 free throws. He hits the first 2. And he hits all 3. Leave him out there at least for now.
That could have been a reach, right? That could have easily been a foul on Guap.
Admin, give him the bucket. He will go. Can be so effective, skying for those rebounds.
Baylor's got to match up.
They don't, and Bird makes them pay.
Gotta find him. Miles Bird, reckless abandon on his fouls right now.
Projected lottery pick, and he gets the second. Baylor
Contact there. That looked like a definite foul.
play on. 2-on-1. A lob and a finger roll for Harrington. Obi Agbim from 3 feet behind the arc, and he missed it badly.
I just think you can get that.
Slip it.
Slip.
Carr, yes.
5-out action. There's just no.
Harrington will pull. Harrington will hit.
He is fearless. He's taking these shots.
Carr. Yesufu handles, fires. How about that? It died on the back of the rim. Dixon Waters.
A good cut.
Backdoor Harrington, but he left it short.
Really good read, though.
Carr disrupted.
Had the roll man, finally got it to him.
And Powell puts it home.
He was open.
Sean Newman with it. Attacks, kicks, in rhythm 3, and it's all net that time for Odin. Aztecs race, they kick. 3 on the way and good. DeGorville ties us. Led Durango High School to a 5A title here as a junior. That school just 10 miles from here. Down the lane. finger roll up and in, and Sandy. Baylor needs this, and it drops for Obi Agbim.
That's another.
Now 12 lead changes. DeGorville, yes, make it 13 lead changes.
This is the defense optional.
All right, play resumes after all of that activity. From the wing, catch and shoot for Obi Agbim. He's heating up.
Boy, for Agbim, he has found the range here tonight.
How about that strip by Williams? He does it himself. Gives it up this time. Williams is going to draw the contact against Davis.
Man, how about this here with over half of the second half to go?
It's so different, right? They run 11 deep. They've got a lot of experience. They're all new.
No, the juxtaposition of the two just certainly lineups and styles here.
Moving that ball quickly. Skillings off the shot fake.
Oh, so close.
It looked good until the end, but there is a factor. Their voices are heard. The foul trouble. Short. Oh, what a follow by Skillings.
State defenders there with him to clear that way for Skillings.
And then two at the rim, and Baylor has opened it up. Their largest lead. They're on a tip. Blocked by Guaf. Baylor still has it.
Oh, what a Euro.
Goodness. A 12-0 run.
But by Yesufu right there, it's a physical play that's not enough to be an offensive foul, but look at the way he knocks back Miles Bird.
A foul now. Will they count? This guy's their leading scorer, the freshman, Elsie Harrington, but he misses the first. That does stop the Baylor 12-0 run. Flair impersonation like they like to do at San Diego State.
That could have been another foul on Guaf on that screen. He just shoved him over and then gets.
Here goes Skillings Jr. Ran into his own man. Has to put it up. Oh, and he drops it at the end of the cloud.
This is an interesting lineup with no Dixon Waters and no Miles Bird out on the floor.
Inside wide open. They lost track of Compton. Take it away.
A great help by DeGorville right there.
And a good pass by DeGorville, and once again it's Compton. Still plenty of time. Compton's been the man. They're going to call that a block. This state was the #1 recruit in Nevada out of high school a couple of years ago, but he misses the first of two. Now Compton missed them both. And then trying to get it back, they're going to call.
San Diego State was really starting to get some momentum.
And Caden, college ball. He grew up going to games for the Bears, but he misses the second. Kick out. Agbim. Pass to Hoist. In and out. That's a tie-up.
Shown at times this year, really for most of this year, that they are an elite offensive rebounding team.
Set play to get it to Agbim, and he buries the triple.
They just get
3-3. Aztecs had a tough, upsetting loss against Troy in overtime earlier this year. Long range, Carr! Oh, my! And he has showed it here under the bright lights of Vegas. But a three-pointer for Davis, and he'll have a chance to make it 4.
I think they count all the time.
Well, no, I don't. That's why it felt so weird.
It was a foreign statement.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, they are going to upgrade the foul. You just talked to the official, Vern Harris. What did he tell you?
The hook and holder with the dead ball contact technical foul. So Baylor shoots the foul shots, and now they get the basketball on the other end.
Tunde Yesufu brings it up. Heavy pressure. Tapped out, but look at that. It's been that kind of night for Baylor.
That back tap.
The way this was going, I did not think either team was going to run away with it. It looked like a...
The San Diego State offense kind of went in the tank with their starting five. Then their bench came in, gave them a spark.
Rush right now for Scott Drew and the Bears. Agbim gives it up. Yesufu short on it. Rebound is Simmons. To race against the clock. Give Davis credit. He poked it free. He dunks it home. Timeout. 1:19 remaining. Sean Newman across the timeline. And he gets it, and a foul. Scott Drew not very happy.
Perimeter players. Now you're going to have some advantages on the offensive end if bigs are trying to guard those guys, but you've also got a rebound at halftime. They did something that I've never seen. They went shell drill to get back into their warm-up for the second half.
Yes,
An NCAA tournament media practice one time do rebound war. Everybody else was shooting half-court shots and dunking, and we were doing rebounding drills.
A dunk by Yesufu.
The team come out of the halftime break and not do layup ones. Nonetheless, shell drill, which every player hates to do. They do win a lot.
Three is good for Reese Dixon Waters. And the Aztecs, their lone win here will be against Oregon. Yes,
their defensive efficiency in the 40s. Because normally they're like 2, 4, 10. Like they're normally a top group is right now. Now, can they become that? Maybe. But another 87 here, that's not going to help the cause.
Bird. 78.
Boy, this has not been the smoothest ending here for Baylor. It worked out, but
Yesufu pass. And Baylor hits 90.
Shift to the
Players era after dark here in Vegas. Final seconds.
Just touch the ball.
No. Baylor, short man, but they get the win. 91-81 the final over San Diego State. Given what they were up against with that short bench, Scott Drew leaves.
Get Bodo healthy. I mean, that would go a long way just because of his sheer size, but they are tough to guard. You put 5 perimeter players